So how do you manage your family with all of these media entrepreneurship in different
So,
like
so
locations?
where, like I said, we're having an event on Sunday, and that event will cost us like maybe some a little above maybe some 10 or around 13 to 14 million. We contribute on that platform.
Oh,
We don't source for funds outside the platform. So despite the political, I mean, conflict of interest, differences in whatever it is, we still understand on that platform that I mean we're together. Do you understand? You see people from ADC contributing, from APC from PDP, they all contributed. I can show you the chat on the group. Do you get people contribute from there from that platform for our event? So it's we hold the I made this I made sure that I give this sense of belonging that it is our platform and it's, we all owe a collective responsibility to protect it.
so this year event is focused on what?
So this year's event, our team. So what we do every year is I look out for the topical issues, what
Right.
is happening in the country at the moment, and that is what forms our team.
Okay.
So we are in the election year. So I mean, we have an election upcoming in, in next year 2027, so that's part of our conversation, the whole security challenge and our economical challenge too. Those are what we put together to form the team. This year's team is the security challenge and the future of Nigeria, implications for national development ahead of the 2027 election. That's the theme for this year. And we are having Professor Femi Miko MNI as our keynote speaker. We're going to be having other panelists. So what we do is make sure that we get an academia who is neutral to be a keynote speaker. Do you understand? Then we'll now drop panelists from different sectors: the executive, the judiciary, the youth, the cultural institution, and the traditional and cultural institution. Like for this year, we're having Jegun of Ileluji. Last year, we have Olowo Fowo. I mean, speaking from the angle of tradition and culture. We have people from the legislative, we have people from finance. So everybody is coming, I mean, to speak on that thing from their own professional angle.
So let's look at one bigger picture that you're trying to paint in Ondo State, the voice of Ondo State. That is the title of the book, if I'm not mistaken.
So the voice.
What is your inspiration behind this book, and what do you stand to gain from this book in terms of its translation?
So the title of my book is The Voices of Ondo, not Voices of Ondo State.
Okay.
The Voices of Ondo. It will be launched on that day, I mean, unveiled on that day, and it's actually a personal memoir. Also, my own. It was more like a story of my life, my journey, and I made references to other voices that have shaped narrative around Ondo State in the past years.
Right.
So I made references to people like Pajashin, Mimiko, late Aketi, and a few others. I mean, the book will be out, so everybody will have access to it and read it, and it's going to be free. I'm not selling.
Okay. So we for us there are going to be a lot of activities on that event. But to leave you for our conversation this very afternoon, what could be your final statement and your final message out there to the younger generation?
My final words will just be that gone are those days when you call the young people that they are the future generation or leaders of tomorrow. No, the mentality has now changed, and the reality is that it is now they are leaders from now.
Okay.
And we must all strive to be inclusive in the activities and development of our society. Yes, I understand that everybody cannot be interested in politics because I mean that's the way it is. But it's a collective responsibility to be interested in governance.
Okay.
Governance and politics are two different things. Participate in voting, be part of the election process, choose your leaders, and monitor your leaders. People you vote for, be concerned about their activities and how they perform in office. That's governance. Do you understand? You have to be interested. Don't just look away. See, it got this bad in Nigeria because my generation, while I was growing up, I grew up with a narrative from parents that politics is a dirty game. And I mean, you should not come close to it. That is why we still have those old men leading us now, because at a point there was a gap. A particular generation, about one or two, refused to participate in politics. That is why we still have 70, 80 years old people in government. If the government, if the generation after them, because they started young, as early as maybe their 20s, do you understand?
Yeah.
If generation after them was also interested, power would have been transferred and it would have just been like that. But a particular generation stood still and felt like they were fed with the narrative that politics is dirty, don't come close to it. But what we don't know is politics influence all of our lives. Because politics form government, and government influence our lives. So if it has to do with our lives, we should all be interested.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on this conversation.
You're welcome.